Let's chat.
If you're like most of us, you probably ate just a little bit too much over the Thanksgiving weekend. And we have Christmas coming up. That's another time for overeating. How to do that the smart way is the topic of our next discussion. Our next guest is Coach Maurice Saliba. Coach, good to see you as we get an update on My Best Me.
Good to see you, sir.
Before we go any further, guess who got married this weekend? Take a wild guess at who got married. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And this was like yesterday you got
Yesterday,
married, right?
it was at 3 o'clock. We finished at 6, got home late, and here I am, a loyal trooper, man.
So what are you doing here today?
I
You're supposed
know,
to be on
I
your
know.
honeymoon.
We got such an awesome health fair coming up. I mean, this is important time to get the word out. So.
All right, there's some pictures. Tell us briefly about the lovely lady.
Thank you.
Her name?
Her name is Darlene Saliba now, used to be Prater.
Right.
And she's the love of my life, and just still my feet haven't touched the ground yet, Chip. So
Darlene Prater.
Prater. Yeah, I did well, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
Yes.
Like me when I got married.
Yes,
you
sir.
kind of upgraded,
Absolutely,
right?
sir. Absolutely.
Anyway, we're so
Thank
tickled
you.
for you.
Thank you
Congratulations.
so much. It's kind of you.
Big My Best Me Health Fair that's coming up.
Yeah.
And as we get into the end of the year, people
Yeah.
invariably go out and blow a whole lot of money on health club memberships.
Yeah.
They'll visit once or twice, and then that's it. That's wasted money.
It really is, and it's pretty common, Chip. We see almost 80% of the people at Jones workout places don't go beyond January 21st. Why that date seems to be the date,
Right.
statistically been proven that most people that make a New Year resolution and join health clubs barely get through the month of January before they drop out again.
And I've been guilty of that.
Most people are, because one, I think they go in with the wrong attitude, thinking, hey, if I just go in and work out, somehow within a few weeks, I'm going to look better, I'm going to lose my weight, I'm going to make a lifestyle change.
Right.
Not realizing it's a long-term commitment, number one, or they joined the wrong health club.
I think what a lot of people tend to do is to think, hey, I can get out of this situation overnight.
Right.
You didn't get into being overweight and out of shape
Exactly.
overnight. You're not going to get back to your prime physical being overnight.
And that's the first message I share with my clients is you took 30, 40 years to get to this point. Give it 6 months to 1 year to reverse the behavior, right? So most people don't, and that's the problem.
All right, when it comes to diet plans, exercise, health clubs, how do we know which one's the right one?
Great question. So first, when it comes to the diet plan, there's 2 questions you can ask yourself. No matter what somebody's promising you that the product will do, the simplest way you can tell if you should invest any money into it is ask yourself 2 questions. Number 1, can my family do it with me? Last thing you want to do is isolate yourself. You're not going to sit on one end of the table eating prepackaged meals while they're eating their pizzas and hamburgers. So it's sooner or later, you're going to join them. And when you do that, you're going to gain not only the weight you lost, but about 25% more. Anytime you go to extreme dieting, you will gain the weight plus 25% more. So ask yourself, can my family do it with me? And the second question, can I do it for life, right? Forever and ever, no matter where I live. If both of those answers are no, I don't care what they promise you.
Not the right
Don't
one.
jump in. You're going to waste your money, and you're going to gain 25% more eventually.
Spend just a few seconds telling us about the psychological benefit of having your family, having your wife, having your husband
It's
do that with you.
huge. Well, because, especially if the wife does the grocery shopping, if the wife does the cooking, and you decide, for example, or vice versa, and the other spouse decides to go out and do a diet plan, if the other person is not on board with you, it's a battle. Expense doubles, and then eventually, it becomes very frustrating and you bail out. You need the support, you need the family support, and it must benefit the entire family.
One thing we hear a lot about when you're getting ready for exercise and getting ready for a change in diet, and you see this in the back of just about every magazine, it's the body mass index.
Yes, sir.
We pay attention to that.
Doctors have scared us so much, Chip, and it's funny when you do the research on BMI, body mass index. It was developed in the 70s by some food company. It wasn't even developed by the American Medical Association.
Right.
And yet the American Medical Association picked it up and ran with it. Right now, everybody measures on the BMI. The BMI is not for people that are active. It does apply for people that are non-active. What the BMI doesn't do, Chip, it doesn't take muscle to fat ratio in consideration. Everything is based on height and weight. And in this case, I'm considered obese. So it doesn't really measure accurately. And I tell my clients all the time, Don't pay attention to the BMI. Commit to the
Right.
4 things that we'll be teaching you in My Best Me program moving forward.
All right, and the My Best Me Health Fair is coming up right around the corner.
Yes, sir.
Give us the 30-second executive
Yes.
synopsis on that.
Thank you. It's going to be at Orchard Knob Missionary Baptist Church. That's a mouthful on East 3rd Street in Chattanooga.
Right.
It's a Saturday morning. It's going to start at 8 a.m. We'll finish up at 1 p.m. Come out, get tested. We're going to do glucose testing, blood pressure, BMI. Fill out the application, and from there, we're going to choose 150 people to go through this 22 weeks program of weight loss free of charge.
This is going to be an interesting journey. We look forward to keeping you company on it. Find out more at mybestmechatwith2ts.com. That's mybestmechat.com.